doing tonight? Notice there's a lot of young kids in the crowd today. A lot of computer savvy kids, I take it. You guys want to have a really good fun time? Next time you go to a friend's place, walk in and ask Google or Alexa to read their browser history out loud. The people who live there will start freaking. On a different note, I'm a bit of a car guy. I have a bit of a smaller car collection. And I'm always asked why I'm always washing it and waxing. I got an old Coupe de Ville. Just recently I sold my old Chevy truck. And they're always like, well, why are you always cleaning it and waxing it when it's just going to get dirty? So my response is, why do you wipe your ass? You're going to shit again. Cards Against Humanity. You guys have all heard about it, right? Yeah. My wife's got a big family, I don't. My wife's got a big family, they come over. We play Cards Against Humanity all the time. And there's a few things I noticed. Why is it always the goody-good, the prim and proper ones? Everyone always gives them the dirty answer cards. You know? There's a girl in my wife's family, her aunt, you know, like, and then when you ask the question, all right, who sucks big black dick? Because that's a card, right? And then the other one is, you know, you've got the dick stuck in a Chinese finger trap. That's awkward when you're playing with your friends and they're all guys. You don't want the answer. You know, who wants to get finger banged out back? No, that's not a card, I was just asking. Last week when I was on stage, my wife's grandma was here. She's a bit older. She's a bit spry. And we go out to the truck, we're waiting. I don't smoke, I don't allow smoking in my vehicle. My wife was having a smoke. Grandma's sitting in the back seat. I got a Suburban, so she was sitting in the back. And she starts giggling. When she starts randomly giggling, it's scary. Because now I gotta ask, what's so funny? It was at that realization in her 70 some odd years that dildos are actually made in a factory. I was, where did you think they come from? You're walking through the park and all of a sudden, there's a dildo. For you. Then she followed that up with a giggle and goes, I got a blue one. That's my wife's grandmother. I don't want to hear. But now, she goes into a rant about her dildo. She recently lost her husband a year or so ago, and she's like, well, I was always afraid to use it in case Bill came in and caught me using it. That's an image I had to drive all the way home with. Not something you want to do. Which leads me into what happened to me when I was a kid. My mom told me she had an earring cleaner. We've all had show and tell, right? I was in grade 2. I had to go back and check I was in grade 2. My mom told me what I found was an earring cleaner. It wasn't. So I take it into school to show everyone. I pull it out. The teacher's eyes got like this big. Before she could say anything, I was like, this is an earring cleaner. And I turned it on. And I proudly held it up and went, this is my mom's. Well, the awkwardness came when the teacher, obviously, had to go to the principal's office, and they called my mom. My mom had to come down to the school. The school principal I had at the time and my mom were friends. I guess he didn't realize that my mother had a dildo that I thought was an earring cleaner. And it wasn't until I was probably 10, so a few years later, that I realized that it was a dildo. Sorry, I just had a flashback there. I didn't want to share that image. My time's almost up, but what I want to do is I want to leave you guys on a positive note. An orgasm is the healthiest form of stress relief, right? Who here hasn't had one? Right? So if I see you and you see me and I tell you to go fuck yourself, it's because I care. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. And thank you very much.